Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here for a bonus stream. It's a BWB bonus stream. I'm going to throw the Bear Cave Lego site the emote in the chat. If you're currently a subscriber, you can apply with those emotes. Want to say, first, thank you very much to Zeno for the hosting. Thank you to Professor Zoidberg for subscribing for 7 months. Thank you so much for renewing your subscription. I appreciate it very much. Welcome to Xandra. Lovely to have you in chat, Xandra. Xandra made all my emotes, so that's even more reason to put those emotes up there. Hello, Air. Hello, Aristophan. Hello, the T. Am I super quiet? Let me know if anyone else thinks I am super quiet, because I can always make adjustments. You sound great, says Air. So, the T, you might want to look into your audio settings there. Maybe you got to turn me up on your end. Epic Open World is here. What's up, Epic Open World? All right, then. I'll turn up my PC. Hell yeah, the T. Professor Zoe says, I can't imagine what a recent event would require a discussion in this chat. Yeah, and Air wanted to hear my take on it. The T says I was just playing DDR and it's much louder by comparison. Well, so my volume, yeah, is definitely a little lower than music for a DDR game, probably. That's gonna be my guess. We're in the intro portion here. We're gonna wait to see if a few more folks want to join us before we get into playing Dorfromantik. Of course, we'll talk us through it as we play. It's in early access. I got it on Steam. It is somewhere between like Carcassonne and Ticket to Ride in that it is a single player tile placement game. You have tiles, and as you complete tasks like you would on the cards for Ticket to Ride, you complete tasks and then you get more tiles so you can keep building. Two of my favorite games. Yeah, so it's like a single player like Carcassonne in that, yeah, and then you got some tiles and you're doing some placement and you got quests that you want to complete. And those quests are kind of basically like on certain tiles, and there are different tiles you can place. Just a regular land, and the tiles aren't all just like here's a land tile. It's got land on it, but it also might have houses. It might have forest. It might have fields. There's water that goes through it, and you can only place those in certain places. There are train tracks. And then various other extra little things that come in. And I've unlocked some things, like now some of my water tiles have a boat on them, and then the boat will go up and down the water, which is neat. Or train tracks have a train on them, and that's fun. It's a fun little game. I would be remiss if I didn't mention, hey, Lord Crash, you said welcome, welcome. I would be remiss if I didn't mention, as you can see in the upper corner there, right over there, we are at 44 out of 50 subs. The goal is 50 subs. That is the goal that we're aiming for. We're right now at 44. If we don't make that tonight, that's of course okay. If we don't make that in the future, that would be a bit of a bummer. So that is where we're at right there. Lord Creston says this has been a hell of a week. Indeed, it's Wednesday, but it's been quite a week. And Carcassonne was one of my first board games for that type. First I bought is the T. Yeah, I have a lot of love for that. And also, the thing that obviously I paid for this already in early access, so I would like to get my money's worth. But it's just like meditative and relaxing, and I felt like that might be a nice thing for tonight. Is just to play like a relaxing game. I will say this. I want more music. There's just not like I want more ambient sounds, and we're really not getting that in this game yet. And I would like that. That would be nice. I mean, there's some sound effects, but the music isn't really there, and I would like that to be more like pronounced in the game. But that's really it as far as like my complaints about it. I will say this. The tutorial is fine, but it's not nuanced. That's where a lot of work needs to be put in. Because like I understood like how to do things, but not why to do them. And I'm just starting to kind of figure that out as I go. So I wish the tutorial was a little better. But other than that, it's a fun game. We're gonna get started because I am gonna go ahead and retweet my tweet. Try to get the word out. That's what we're up to do here. Because hopefully a few more folks will decide to come join us. If not, that's also okay. And as I said, the goal would be to hit to get to that 50 subs. Doesn't have to happen tonight, but I would like to see that in the future. And just throwing it out there. If you got your Twitch Prime token, look into to help somebody out, I would definitely appreciate it. I can understand not having a complete tutorial until the game is complete because you are adding and removing features so often. Professor Zoidberg, that is a fantastic point, and that is very eloquently put. Yes, the tutorial right now is pretty bare bones, and I would hope before the game has an official release that they are currently working on revamping it. But yes, right now as things change, then you have to every time change it. So having a functional tutorial isn't that bad, but it is a bummer even in early access to be like, okay, I guess I'm going to watch YouTube videos, which I did, and I thought were very helpful. Anyway, let's go to the game. So we're here. I'm just going to do this like that, just like that. Just keep that there. You can see here's me. Oh, thank you, Kyle, Prime Video, for hosting the stream. Appreciate that very much. Thank you for the hosting. And okay, so here's our first tile. And so we're moving around here, and we just move around. You don't have to click on the tile. It's automatically provided there. And you can see. So we've got some houses. We've got a field, which I sometimes call rocks, and that's not what they are. So I'm going to place this here because I want to be able to put houses on the either side of it, and I want to be able to put fields connecting. Because if we get 3 fields connecting facing each other, then we will be rewarded. As you can see, we have a town here, so we're going to put a town there, and you should be able to see, and I can wheel in there. If I go off of the available tiles, we can get a little zoomed in. This is as far zoomed in as we can get, so hope that's okay. But you can see when I connect them like that, you can see that the coloring of the houses changes, which lets you know we are now connecting these things. So we're connecting those together. If we have another house, we will get. If we have another house, we will. If we connected these houses, we would get the check mark there, and we'd be good. But houses come dime a dozen. We have water. Putting this water here limits our rocks. You can see there's going to be a +2 to water. But I do want to get our rocks connected, and a town I'm not worried about. So we're going to connect our rocks together. So those two together, which basically is like really makes this hard. Like I can't put a rock there because of the water, but I can put a rock here, and I can complete that. So now I've got some fields. I call them rocks. I apologize for that. I got some fields connected. I can connect more fields. Oh, I got a forest I can do there. So I'm going to do this, which definitely limits what I can put here as far as water, but often water does have trees near it, so I should be okay. Right now, I can't place this here or here because of the way I've laid out the tiles. Fields, but they're growing rocks. Yes, they're rock fields. So I'm probably going to do this because that we have some open spaces. We can put some trees over there, and by putting it here, we complete that task. We're getting some points. Okay, now it's time to add a railroad. We got water over there, but we can always end the water there. I'm going to put this railroad here. We got another railroad. And look at this. Not only are we doing our railroad, we're now connecting our towns together. I like that a lot. Okay, water. We can put water here. We lose out on by putting water there. We lose out on plants, but we don't trees, but we don't lose if we put it here. So now we can keep our water going, and we can put some trees there if we want. Trains we're going to put here because, ooh, that looks perfect right there. I predict a lot more tabletop-style games going digital with online play over the next year or so after the pandemic eliminated in-person group play. Yeah, you could definitely get a sense of people. Also, hey, a bunch of people are watching right now, and welcome. You can definitely get the sense that people are looking to obviously pivot a little bit. Although, according to the limited research that I've done, as I said, limited, things are still doing well on Kickstarter. I can't say how tabletop games are doing in stores, and people are working on not just like digital versions, but apps to accompany physical versions, which is great. Lastbrick's here. Hi, Lastbrick. I've been playing board games a ton on Board Game Arena. It's great. Tabletop Simulator, also great. Tabletop Simulator, do your research. Don't pick a game and then see if the tabletop simulator is good. There are lists out there. People are doing great work of telling you what you should be playing on those, and that's my recommendation. I have a friend who is still buying board games on Kickstarter, like physical games. Yes, I have friends that are doing that as well. Oh, you can see I have a little train there, and I'm going to place that tile there. Now I got a little train going around. So we're looking for trees to put over here. We are looking for water to place here or here. But we have rocks that we can place there. And we got a windmill, which is just fun. Fields. I said rocks again. Fields. Fields can go here. Hell yeah. There we go. We got more tiles now. You can see we added some more tiles. So we can put trees here. And we did that, which gave us more points, which is cool. We're still looking for waterways. We can get our towns together here. And now we can place this there. And it will count the towns we already put down, which is neat. I love the train. Yeah, the train is great. The little boat I really like too. Hopefully we'll see a boat here. I did play the new version of that Spirit Swap with the easier difficulty, which is certainly easier for me. Backed it after trying a demo. Lord Crashes, I'm glad you did. Alex and their team is fantastic, and I'm really excited for their game. I'm glad their Kickstarter did so well because, you know, everything's kind of just so weird right now. Okay, so we could put that there. That would be bad. I think that would be bad. I kind of want to leave that tile open. So let's put that there instead. Ooh, we got Dirty just cheered 15 bits. Thank you very much, Dirty. Heck yes, Spirit Swap. I knew, yep, Xandra. I knew you'd be psyched about that. We did look at that game, and I had a lot of fun with it. Basically the day I played it on a Wednesday, they had put up the new version of the demo, which added a difficulty. So I played the old version of the demo, and I wish I had checked that they had done a new demo. I hadn't. Did the Bloodborne board game ever come out, or is it still development? I don't know, Professor Zoidberg. I apologize. I don't know. Okay, so we put that there. We couldn't put that here. This might be a dead spot, which is bad, but we'll keep an eye out. But we put the trains there because we're going to get more village stuff, and that'll connect with that. Do we want to put that there? Do we want to do that? Do we want to do... I don't hate that. Okay, we'll do that. That's good. When I'm playing myself, I'm paying a lot more attention now because y'all are here. When I'm playing myself, I'm just like, yep, that's good. Like, sure, that's perfect. Yeah, that's good. Look, we got a dead spot there. Definitely didn't want that. Hopefully something will fit there. This can't because it's trains. So we could do that. Doesn't work. We can't put it there. Can't put it there. We can't put it there. We could also put it up there. I'm going to put it here. Yeah, I'm going to put it there. Because that way we can put some fields around it if we want. Let's see. That connects. That's good. We're going to put that there. Because this was a spot that I was a little worried about. I thought Vinny got it and was surprised how big the box was. It did come out. There are a ton of expansions. Okay. All right. Yeah. That passed me by. Hey, what if we got more water? What if we could get more water? That would be pretty great. We can't right now. Let's put another field there. And then let's put a town here. Yeah, we'll put a town there. Ooh, there's some water. Okay. Hey, there we go. And now we can build around it. There we got our water done. And then our train. Put that there. We can't put it there. We definitely maybe really beefed it with that area. We might just have a spot we're never gonna get like the, because basically we need a train that has like fields and like town, and that's gonna be hard. But there are pieces that are just like the end of a train line, so maybe that'll work. You heard Kato talk about it. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it's a lot of boxes. That is right. I forgot about that. Okay, so we don't want to do, well, so we can put this here, which basically gives us forest. Let's zoom in a little bit. We can put this here, and it gives us forest, and then we can get a connector piece, which is a train, to connect the two. So we're going to do that. So we didn't immediately connect these trains tracks, but we're going to expecting more of that soon. So how do I want to do this? Yeah, I want to do this like this. It gives me more things to play with. We got more water with some fields, so we can do... I would like to do it here. As you can see, we are maybe going to close our water off, which isn't necessarily great. But we don't have any quests for that or tasks for that. But if we put this here, we open up some possibilities of adding more trees there, which would be great. So we are looking for towns to go in here, which we want to do. We're looking for train tracks to go over here. And we are going to place this here to give us... Ooh, I like that. Yeah, we're going to do this here, which opens up more fields, which is good. All right, and then we got a trees object, so we can put that here. Ooh, unfortunately, that doesn't connect the two of them, so we'll do that. And we're looking for the perfect thing there. We can't put this water there because of the difference, the various things that go there. Can't put it there, can't put it there. So we're going to start a new water path somewhere else because we can't close that off right now. Yeah, so let's see. Our train's over here. You can see we got a train over here going around. Let's just put water like over here. We'll just build some water over here. All right, we got more train stuff. Can't put it there, can't put it there. Can put it here and connect those two. So let's do that. And then we got water. Can't put water there, but we can do that. And that also adds to, that will make adding forest together easier over here. And then we can put a train there, which is great. Can't put it there. We can put that there. So let's put that there just to fill that in. And now we can close our water off. There, we made a loop. There's just one house here in the center of like a river. It's a moat. This house just has, that one house has a moat. That's fun. Oh, we literally, someone's subscription ended. So I got an update. That is fine, like literally. But yeah, we're right now currently at 43 because somebody's probably gifted sub expired because that happens. I understand that. But yeah, want to update that number. All right, so we're looking for fields to put around in here. We don't want to do this because we don't want to lock off our fields. But we need forest for this. And there we go. So we can zoom out a little bit here. Or yeah, we'll zoom out just a little bit. And we'll connect those. That looks good. And we don't need any town stuff right now, but we could always add more towns. We'll just add more towns. Yeah, like that. And we can add to that, which also allows us to build out that. Okay, trees we don't really need, but now we get a new tree project. Things are going bad in the real life idle game. Yeah, okay. All right, so we got field we need to do there. That'll block it out, which we don't want to do. That'll add to it, which is fine. So we'll do that. So we can just go up like this. That'll end it. So we don't want to do that. That'll keep going. So we can do that there, limiting ourselves. Oh, what I got here? Okay. Also, hey, on Monday we had Monday. Oh boy, Monday. We had a lot of trouble on Monday because of just bad weather, which thankfully do not have that tonight. Had more thunderstorms last night, so I'm glad we're on the up here. And so now things are good. We're stable internet connection. We were definitely running into some hiccups there, so I'm glad that things are better this time around. All right, so we're looking for trees at two different areas. That's what we really need is trees and trains. Just the old tree train. Just some tree trains. And this is just whatever. Like this is a good I don't know what to put. I gotta put it somewhere. If we can get some trees connected, we can get some trees connected. But it's not. We'll just do that. And a little town. Do we want to do that? That cuts us off. So we can do that, which is better. We did end up now with a bad spot there that will hopefully be easier to fix. As someone who almost never watches AEW, is Blood and Guts just a copy of War Games from NXT? So Professor Zoidberg, I don't know because they haven't told us. They've told us it's going to be a very long match. One would assume that if so obviously AEW is not Cody Rhodes' company, but it is a company that he is an executive producer at. So he is just trying to do the shows his father did, War Games included. He does not have the rights to War Games. but he does want those rights at some point. So I mean, kind of like, yeah, maybe it's maybe that, I don't know. Oh, what happened here? Oh, that got weird. All right, everything's good. I don't know where to put this. I'm gonna put this here so that we can maybe put some stuff there later. Let's get some trees in here. Let's get that going. Um, that's gonna lock us out of things, so I don't like that. We'll do that. All right. Doesn't can't go there because of the water. I'm going to have trouble finishing this off now because of what I just did. There's not an undo button. I'm going to have trouble because I'm going to need something here that finishes it off. So we may never finish this fields because of where I put that. I did not think it through, which happens. Dustin being the other. Yeah. Yeah, it's a copy, but like, yeah. I mean, it's the son of the guy who created it wanting to do it in the company he's in. So like, yeah, I kind of get it. All right, we're going to put this there. We can connect things up. We got some water. So I haven't been avoiding this topic, but I do know that we're going to get into it now, and we've had some time to hang out. So I'll say this. The majority of folks that watch these streams follow me because of pack stuff that I did, or my connections. Look, there are people that follow me because of New York comedy. There are people here who follow me because I got hosted by someone that you know, or you just came in because I do model kit building and you were looking for Gunpla streamers and you found me. There are a variety of reasons why people make the choice to come here, which I appreciate very much. I would say a pretty large majority of you are here because you know me from my association with Giant Bomb. So what we're not going to do is we are not going to make assumptions on why things are happening the way they're happening. We are not going to pick apart people's intent based on Paximania is how I found it. Oh, nice, Professor Zoidberg. We are not going to make assumptions on why people made certain decisions based on tweets we read a month ago or a vibe we were getting from a podcast or anything like that. We're going to talk about what we do know. We're going to talk about how we're feeling. And in the same way that we are not going to book the territory, which is an old wrestling term, and that we're not going to make like, we're not going to use real people as the components of the diorama that we have in our heads. Now, that's very difficult to do, but it's something that we do need to do. Pat, Jeff on one of his panels, that's how I came to know this wonderful community. Oh, that's awesome. I get that. Don't ship real people, same kind of thing. Exactly. Yeah, people speculating are so weird. I've merely been mourning. Yes, the tea. And that's also natural and healthy. So I can take a little bit. I will say it's hard to take the long view because it is such a fundamental change. For those who don't know, thejohnbob.com, they've been around for a very long time. And the people, the main faces that we saw, it was started by Ryan Davis and Jeff Gersman. And then pretty quickly, Brad Shoemaker and Vinny Caravel came on board. And it was the four of them. And then they added people that we didn't necessarily know from GameSpot and that world. And then eventually more people that we did know. And even though he felt like he was always there, and because he got involved with a lot of shenanigans, Alex Navarro originally came in to work for a sister site, and then eventually came in. And then, yes, and there were other people hired that you didn't necessarily know. Like, I knew Patrick Klepek because I knew OneUp.com. So I knew Patrick from that. But there was a good contingent of people that came in that didn't know who Patrick was. I knew Austin from like Paste, but but I didn't know all of his work. I knew like some of his work, and I was able to piece together that I did know a lot more of his work once I like did a little more investigation. That I was like, oh, I actually have read more of what he did. The Harmonix PR team was such a fun party, indeed. Um, yeah. You knew Austin from Friends of the Table. Yes, so Friends of the Table was the thing where I was like, oh, I don't know what this is. And then I went back to do it. Of course, I knew Ben from his time as an intern. I knew Abby. So this was the thing. When people got hired, I would always be like, cool, cool, cool. When Abby got hired, I was very, see, I wasn't annoyed at Abby. I was annoyed by the fact that an improviser from New York had gotten hired at Giant Bomb. So, like, I knew of her. She primarily was an employee at the Magnet Theater, which I've been associated with, but it wasn't like directly like I have friends there, but I performed there on occasion, but I hadn't performed there in a while. So I knew Abby like from around. Like we weren't friends. Like I'll put it this way. Abby Russell knew my name, and I knew Abby like first name. I didn't know her full name, but Abby knew my name before because I can't. How do I say that? I was around the New York comedy scene for a really fucking long time. Like that is the nicest way I could say that. Like I'm not an institution, but I was fucking around for a very long time. So it made sense that she like knew of me. Of course, Dan Reichert, very familiar with from working with him on very nonsense things, and I knew of him from being around. I was never really a Game Informer viewer or reader, but of course he was friends with a lot of friends of mine. So I knew Dan. And Jason, I didn't know until Jason got hired. I never, as I said, I was not super familiar with Game Informer, so I wasn't keeping up with stuff there. We're gonna put this here because this is a really nice spot. That's just a cool little spot to put something. Ooh, we have an internet connectivity issue. Hopefully this comes back in a second. I'm just gonna stall. People watching the recording of this after the fact, what's up? Okay, good. Looks like we're back here. Had a bit of a connection issue. Hopefully everything's okay. So I said we were looking better than on Monday, but I guess we're still getting a little issues. You knew Dan from Game Informer when he did things like roll on a pile of whoopee cushions. Yeah. See, I just didn't know that. I just was not aware. I later, oh yeah, see, the hotspot was not something that I had any knowledge about. So I came to Giant Bomb because of the One-Apocalypse. If you're unfamiliar with this piece of history, there were massive layoffs at the Ziff Davis-owned OneUp.com, which also had EGM and official PlayStation Magazine and a bunch of other things. And of course, originally there was a magazine about the PC, a Microsoft magazine, that then Games for Windows magazine. They had massive layoffs, and just about everyone that I liked from that company left. Not everyone, but most of the people I liked from that company left. And then they all started their own podcast. But it took a little while. And I'm going to admit that most of the podcasts I listened to were from OneUp.com. So suddenly I just didn't have podcasts to listen to. And I was like, what am I going to do? And then so my friend Porter Mason, who's a comedian and a writer and a web comic guy, Porter was like, you should listen to Giant Bomb. And I was like, it was basically the thing where I was like, I know Jeff Gerstmann from Gerstmann Gate. That's all I really know Jeff from. I had just GameSpot was not my site. It was not my thing. I came to OneUp because I am childhood friends with Chris Kohler, and then Chris was on Retronauts. And that's how I got into listening to podcasts about video games, was because I had a personal connection with a video gamesman. And I was like, well, now I'm going to listen to podcasts about video games, I guess. Discover GB, your podcast was, okay, wow, Zudberg. That is, yeah, that's a rough time. Every one of those one-up videos was a work of art. I don't know how they put them out weekly. I mean, everybody was in their 20s and had they either didn't know better or they got out of there fast. The one-up video team, it's, oh, look, hey, I can put a piece right there. Oh, even better. So by doing this, we lose out on these +2, but we actually put something there, which is a perfect. So we're gonna do that. We put that there. We could also put it there, but we can just get water and it'll be fine. 404 gets Chris Kohler, indeed. I was on GameSpot for a while. I used to make occasional blog videos for my user account. Yeah, that site was nothing that I was a part of. I came to Giant Bomb because my buddy Porter was like, "Hey, this is a really good podcast. You should listen to it." And Porter was right. It was a really good podcast, and that led me to watch videos, and and then somehow videos also meant that eventually I would just like watch Ryan and Jeff go to work or listen to them drive to work, which just seems so weird. Jeff using Mixer while they drove to work and they commuted is just such a strange thing to like say out loud that that's a thing that I did. Like, that's so weird. It's just weird. It's just weird. They were very fun, but yes. Yes, Lord Crashington, you're not wrong. Jeff was on a couple 404 ingots and was a very fun guest. And yes, one of them that he is on is that video is bad for a number of reasons, unfortunately, not including that. I am proud that I did put Ryan Davis in the 404 ingot Hall of Fame because Ryan Davis rules. So he's in the Hall of Fame. He's in my fictional Hall of Fame that doesn't apply to anyone but me. We'll do that. That's fun. Get a little points there. Scratch streams are fun. Yes, they're very good right now. Yes. So Eric Pope's segment is the reason why that video was very troublesome. But yes, also not comparatively not an issue. I mean, there's a lot that was bad about that. Okay, so we do that. We lose out on the houses, so we don't want to do that. We get houses by doing this though, so we'll do that. Train we're gonna put over here. All right, so talking about the history of Giant Bomb, the reason why this particular news that Brad and Vinny and Alex are all leaving at the same time. One of the reasons why this hits super hard for a lot of people, myself included, is that these are two of the guys that helped found it that were part of the first four. And somebody that was like, if Alex hadn't gone to work for Harmonix, he would have ended up at Giant Bomb originally. And eventually he was part of the whole thing. Okay, great. So we combined that. We finished that. Now we're going to try to put houses along here. That'll exit out. We need tiles that just have houses. We need house tiles. So we'll put some fields there. Water. We finally did it, folks. We found a good tile that goes here. That would have worked as well. There we go. That was a perfect. Heck yeah, we love to see perfects. You don't always get them. We love to see perfects. Yeah, so one of the reasons why obviously this hits hard is because so many people are leaving at the same time. Like, I miss Ben. I miss Ben's energy, Ben's warmth, Ben's comedy. It is an odd thing to say, but I'll say it. Ben's youth was really nice to have. Certainly, I miss a lot about Abby being there and how Abby being there affected the day-to-day. Obviously, it affected her way more than, like, the negatives were certainly there and terrible. And so I wish her the fucking best, and I hope that she finds a place that does not have the baggage that, unfortunately, she ran into. And, you know, in the same way that I miss Patrick. I'm happy Patrick has, is now, like, co-running Vice Gaming. Yeah, and her streams are very fun. But yeah, we have a piece here that we can put there, so we're going to put that there. And of course, I fucking miss Austin's presence and what Austin brought to everyone, and what like, and just like the very nature of having Austin Walker there and what that meant for the company. One, in my opinion, probably the most important hire they've ever made. Like Austin and Dan together was a wonderful combination. Dan brought a real joy and energy to the proceedings that I loved. He brought the kind of vibes that had been not missing from the site, but had like just everyone kind of went their own way, and people change and grow, and Dan provided that like energy that hadn't been there for a while, but also there's not a lot of with Dan. Like Dan does stuff to just completely had a network error there. Lost our internet connection, reconnecting. So hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, I just got completely disconnected and now I'm reconnecting, and hopefully we'll come back. So trying to get disconnected. Okay, it looks like we're maybe reconnected. Are we back? Refresh. I'm gonna hit refresh on there. I'm gonna tell people to refresh because I'm back. I'm gonna tweet out that I got disconnected, but I'm back. Connected, but I'm back. So hopefully people come back. So apologies, folks. I guess my internet is not as stable as I thought it'd be. Well, gotta watch this ad first. Sorry, the T. The Dan curse, right? Professor Zoidberg. Yes, I hadn't mentioned. Drew Scanlon came in. Drew was like the first employee that we didn't know from other things. Incredibly vital as someone to obviously give Vinny a fucking break, so that Vinny, like, without Drew Scanlon, Vinny Caravello doesn't get to be an on-air talent. Vinny Caravello is the video editor, and honestly, in my opinion, without Drew Scanlon, Vinny Caravello leaves Giant Bomb years before. That is my opinion based on just how that dude was at the time. I think Drew was a lifesaver. Drew the intern who saved Persona 4. Yes. Aristofan just gifted a sub to the T. Thank you so much, Aristofan, for gifting that sub. That's so generous of you. Sorry, I didn't see the pop-up there. Drew had checklists. Yes. Yeah, Drew was a professional. Drew knew what he was doing. Obviously, also, Drew was warm and lovely. Drew was often not the voice of reason, but the person to be like, wait, what? Which is so important to have, and so necessary to have. Yes, and Drew and Vinny were a hell of a team. Yeah, and Drew got to shine and have his moments. And it's so it's going to be different, and it's going to be drastically different. I think if any of them had left just on their own at one time, it would have felt very sad. Any of them going. Yes, Sandra, not to take away from Jason and Jan, who are still working. There's something very funny about. It's not funny, but it is interesting that as it stands right now, the on-air talent for GiantBomb.com is the person that runs Giant Bomb, and then 2 video editors, and that is kind of interesting to me. And then also behind the scenes work and membership work and all kinds of things that is done by Rory. And of course, now we also, the games group, which involves GameSpot and CNET stuff, and also Giant Bomb, now has Jeff Bekelar behind the scenes, which is a new development, which is great. But yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, like, we're not gonna if Alex, Vinny, and Drew are the types to even stay doing this sort of. So look, I don't know. Have we had Jeff with Jeff in podcasts before? Um, I believe Jeff Gersman has been a guest on the Beastcast. So we've had Jeff and Jeff together on the Beastcast because sometimes for PAX East, Gersman would come to New York first and do a podcast and then go up. So the two of them have been on podcasts together. So we have had that. Um, there's not a good place for this water, so we're going to put it there. All right, let's put this here. Get that checked. We're just adding more tiles. Yes. Um, so yeah, so we can be in our feelings about this. Of course we can, and we should. It's a major change. Also, like when people leave big media sites that we follow, like I'm so happy that Austin and Patrick are at the same place because then I just listen to a podcast and I get both of them. And I'm very happy to have both of them that way. That's going to ruin things, so we don't want to do that. That'll keep things going, so we can do that. But like, for various reasons, oh yeah, so Patrick, so while Austin Walker is not a Vice Media, he's not with Vice per se. He doesn't work on the day-to-day at Waypoint. Austin Walker is still on a contract basis, still in charge of running podcasts for Vice. As when he stepped down from the editor-in-chief role, he came in as a contract employee and works on their podcast and some other video stuff for them as well. Some light stuff here and there. Maybe he writes an article here and there. But primarily, while he works on a bunch of things, he does the podcast. So Waypoint Radio still has Patrick Klepek and Austin Walker. And then also, so that gives me that. Like, to point another abstraction, like, due to an employee that works there, and I am right now and probably never going to get into this, I'll just say, I don't get to hear Danielle Riendeau anymore, and I miss hearing Danielle Riendeau, but she's on podcasts often with someone that I don't want to hear, so I won't, and that sucks, because I like Danielle a whole bunch, personally, big old fan of Danielle Riendeau, but Danielle, it works with somebody that I want nothing to do with, for very personal reasons. So I won't do it. Let's put that there. That works out. I miss Danielle too. She's great. She's great. Her partner is great. Their pets are great. It's all great. But yeah. And she's happy with the work she's doing, and I'm happy for her. But like I said, just can't. Yeah, it's Lord Crashington. It's not even beef. Like I said, I'm not gonna get further than that in talking about it. It isn't beef, but it is a preference to avoid a situation I don't want to be in. And we'll just go with that. That's not that's vague in a way that I don't necessarily love for myself, but whatever. Why doesn't that connect? This is part of the water. Give me these water points, whatever. Getting back to the major point of Giant Bomb. So, it's a big change. And you can look. Like I said, we're not going to be like putting words in people's mouths. We're not going to be looking at these things. There are thoughts that can come up about these things. Like I said, we can live in our feelings without necessarily like focusing on like second guessing people and looking at people's motivations. I will say broadly, this is a broad statement. Also I want to change here. Broadly, I think the year 2020, with everything that happened in the year 2020, which is obviously still bleeding into 2021, it's the year that won't end in many ways. A big thing is that it is allowed for people to have moments of self-reflection. I think a lot of people in a lot of places outside in many different ways, it has allowed people to have moments to go, okay, well, my whole life has been disrupted. What now? And some of that is obviously bad, and some of it I think can be good because people can have moments to be like, okay, what do I want now? What can I do now? Um, it hit like, these are my friends, right? These are people that I respect, I like a lot. I have a professional relationship with them. I have a personal relationship with them, right? It never occurred to me that Vinny Caravella hasn't had a honeymoon. Like, that guts me that Vinny took a long weekend to go get married and then went back to work because it was the early days and because Jeff didn't go to his wedding because so other people could go to his wedding. Like, that hurts a lot to think about. And like, I don't know what to think about that other than like, I hope that man gets to fucking go somewhere and just spend time with his kids and his wife and have a fucking time. Cause I don't know what else to think about that other than what the fuck. Um, uh, yeah, but it's also like where he was, where the company was, where he was. You know, fuck. It's a lot. Um, he can really investigate those noises upstairs. Yeah. Yeah, of course, Air. Look, when something is great and means a lot to you, you don't want to see it go. Um, we're really gonna need a lake piece to go in here. This is gonna be a tough spot. But yeah, and also like, look, Vinny and Jeff and Brad. Brad is a little older than me. Everybody's basically my age. Alex is a little younger than me. Everybody's my age, give or take. When you hit 40, people that are in their late 30s and early to mid 40s, like everybody, basically everyone's my contemporary unless they're in their 50s, and there are no game journalists left who are in their 50s. Jeff Gersman is an elder statesman in the world of games journalism. And not just because he's been doing it for a very long time, but also because he's old. Uh, so yeah, when you hit my age, like, you have to start looking at stuff. Like, uh, yeah, I mean, to me, it's always funny to think about how, like, some people are, like, younger than me. Uh, who like sometimes when people are like, wait, how much fucking younger are you than me? Like, I have to think about that sometimes because like, you know, when you come into a thing, like let's say I got really into Loading Ready Run. Everyone there is the same age because I came in at the same, because that's how my mind interprets that, right? They're not. They're very different ages. Some of them are young. I think about like how I'm like, when I don't want to get into numbers, when I realized I was like, oh, that guy's my age. Didn't seem like it. That guy's not 30 yet. That guy's in his 20s. Oh, I'm like well older than him. Huh. Okay. Like these are things that like sometimes you don't think about and sometimes you can't help but think about. But the point is like they've been doing this for a very long time, and at a certain point, like, yeah, they can get raises. Yeah, they can get more responsibility. But like at a certain point, you got to go do other stuff, and I respect the hell out of that choice. And I just have so much hope for them in the future and what they do. I know they're all going to end up in incredible places and do great stuff. If they end up together, that would be great. That's not necessarily in the stars. Like, Do I think that the three of them are going to start a Patreon and launch a like small little YouTube Patreon thing? No, I don't think that. I don't think the three of them are going to do that they're because they're not in their early to mid 20s. So I don't think that's the pivot to make. Or your early 30s. Early 30s can also make that pivot, but I don't think these guys are going to make that pivot. Yeah. No, the T, I mean, like I said, like that's not like you see a lot of these things. You're looking at a lot of it of what you're thinking about. Like people throw out all kinds of stuff. They're booking the territory, right? No, I think that at least one of them we will hear from on a personal level and not a professional level, because they will work behind the scenes. They will end up maybe guesting on podcasts, but they will be, look, this is minorly booking the territory. I feel like somebody's going to end up working with Jeff Green, who I just mentioned. Somebody's going to end up at Hit Detection. Somebody's going to end up in game development. Somebody's going to end up in a position that we don't hear from them because they're doing something cool or they're doing another tech thing. They're going to land on their feet. But yeah, I mean, it might be behind the scenes. They might not. We might see hey, if you want to hear Brad Shoemaker, you can hear Brad Shoemaker talk about tech with Will Smith every Sunday. And I will allow myself a little conjecture in saying the fact that Brad ended up on a thing that wasn't involved with Giant Bomb, at the time when I saw that was happening, I was like, huh, that's a thing. Huh. It felt weird. It's a fun podcast. Brad and Will Made a Tech Pod is a fun little time. So, but you get to hear Brad's tech flights of fancy and fun conversations, and Brad and Will have great chemistry and have a great rapport, and it's just it's a good time. So I would say that is a fun little podcast if you want to jump into a fun little podcast. You could do a lot worse than that podcast. Yes. Yeah, they got chemistry. But yeah, I mean, so, and then as far as Giant Bomb goes, Jeff Gerstmann didn't announce the closure of Giant Bomb, right? This was not an announcement of the end of Giant Bomb. It's a weird chapter of Giant Bomb. It's a strange thing. But Giant Bomb got acquired along with GameSpot and other things from Red Venture. It means something. There's something to it. And I don't know what the future holds for it, but I am excited for Jeff. And worried for my friends, and I think that's about it. Yeah. And they have lots of archives, and that's not going away. There's lots of video, lots of stuff to enjoy. I think that is a positive thing to consider, to remember, is ooh, we're going to get more train tracks here, folks. We're getting another set of train tracks. We're going to keep going. We're going to add train tracks to places as we do this. But yeah, it is a strange new chapter. And I think we're going to get, ooh, this is the end of a train, so we can put this here and end the train tracks. That's where the end of it trains are. It's interesting. So we'll do that, I guess. Now we have train and water next to each other, which is probably not great, but whatever. We'll do that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to predict future. I'm not going to look at all that. There's a lot of good stuff. Yeah, I mean, hey, Sharks. Also, hi, Sharks. And also, What the Furious. Tech Fancy that he really got to exercise the Bombcast. Yes, totally. Also, hi. But yeah, it was an opportunity. Look, I certainly don't know what contracts are. Like that is not an indication of these things. Like these are people that I know, and kind of can make assumptions on some things, and they're I have my pet theories on some things that are for me, and I'm not going to share. But like at the end of the day, uh, like Giant Bomb is still around. They're gonna bring new people in. It felt like they weren't like this is an assumption here. Okay, I'll make this one assumption. It felt like they were going to wait until the merger settled before they replaced or brought in new people for the positions or figured out what their budget was going to be as far as people goes for when oh, thank you. What the Furious just subscribed to tier 1. That's 24 months. Also, hello. Twitch says it's been 2 years. Time's weird. It is. It is. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you for resubbing. Yeah, that's 2 years. That's rad. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Um, but yeah, I mean that was my thing. Like, oh, I bet they're waiting until things get settled and they figure out where they're gonna go. Um, but yeah, I mean, Jeff basically was like, "Hey, we're gonna like hang out, and then I'll tell you more." Also, it's very look. I made this. I tweeted about this, and I stand by that. That is a weird thing, and I thought was pretty funny. But my initial reaction when Jeff also, hey, on Monday night, Jeff announced that he's having a second child due in September, which is a good example of the whole like garage stuff makes a little more sense because garage is probably going to have to be Jeff's zone. Um, uh, oh yeah, let's place some houses. So Jeff's going to have another baby, which is incredible and fantastic news. We're all very excited for that and happy for Jeff. Um, but I figured like I literally was like, oh, that's going to change some things. Jeff's going to have to take more time off. They're in a weird transition. Um, that's odd. Uh, which is in retrospect very funny because that is not the big change. That is a change, but it is certainly not the big one. Um, yeah, we'll do that. Let's see. We don't want to do this because it'll. We do that. This is a bad spot. We gotta fix this spot. That's a bad spot right there. But we'll do that. Get some plants going. We definitely want to finish something here because we're getting close to running out of tiles. So we definitely want to complete some things. So that's close to completing. So that's good. I don't know. Yes, he's got to turn that garage into an office because he's got another one on the way. Ooh, if we do this, we complete that, and we also complete the train tracks. We don't complete that, but we make our train life a little easier there. That was perfect. All right, so we got some more tiles to play with. We got to build out this here. Oh, that doesn't do anything. That's a weird piece. We'll just put it there. All right, and then we need field stuff here. Do that. Ooh, we can do that. That's fun. All right, we're opening up a bunch more possibilities in our possibility space. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to make assumptions about that stuff. Like, look, I like Giant Bomb for their podcasts and for their video content and their personalities, and they're nice people, and they're also my friends. So, like, I'm going to see what comes up, and I want to support people. And I have loved... I would love to see Jan get to do more cool shit because Jan is cool and just has a great attitude and a great vibe. I would like to see Jason. Hopefully, Jason gets a lot of support and making things work because Jason has had a rough couple of years, certainly. So I'm hoping for good things for Jason. We can't put that there. We can put that there. Let's just do that. That looks good. And then we can put some fields over here. And then yeah, uh, I did not. No, I did not see the Twitter Spaces thing. I don't pay attention to Twitter Spaces, so I did not see that. That's cool. Adam did some stuff. Um, but yeah, obviously, would like to see more people come in and see what they can do and what they're into and what they're up to. Um, they put out the larger statement that was on GameSpot, I believe, saying like, "Hey, this is what's happening, and this is big changes, and we're going to be looking to hire people." And there was some pushback because of their, oh, they said diverse voices not the best fit, and it's like, hey, man, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but they've been making some interesting diverse hires late, for a while now. And sometimes they haven't hired the best people. They've hired the most interesting people. Uh, because sometimes you gotta take a big risk. You gotta hire someone whose favorite video game is The Sims because they're a real wild, weird video editor. And they're gonna bring a lot of cool energy. And they've got like improv training and are like smart as shit and cool and weird. uh as much as you're also going to bring in the person that like loves video games, whose personality is I love video games, like, and I vibe really well with people, but like you need those things. Like, is Jan Ochoa the best fit for a video editor? I don't know. Does Jan Ochoa have video producing like like a weird connection to them through working on Mythbusters, and is like, I don't know who else they looked at for that job, but I know that Jan Ochoa is the fucking best choice because Jan Ochoa rules. So like they already been making those great choices. Yeah. Um but yeah, also look, Ben's a great choice. Yeah, look, Dan Reichert is a no-brainer. And that is an odd thing to say about Dan Reichert. Haha, jokes. I got jokes sometimes. But yeah, hiring Dan Reichert is a no-brainer. Of course, you want to hire someone with childlike wonder to come work at Giant Bomb, who knows the game, who's done game writing and knows the games industry and knows people and has connections you also have, but some that you don't have. Like, that made like perfect sense. The first time he was on a podcast, people were like, "Oh yeah, Dan." Like, yeah, it makes brilliant sense to include Dan in shenanigans. Um, they made a bunch of great people. They had a bunch of great people come through and made a lot of great choices. We'll put that there. Yes. um, yeah, Lurk Ratchet's in. I'm sure that Jan will have, things that, everybody's going to have stuff they're going to do, and they're going to figure things out. And I have no doubt, that um, the forums will be fucking very annoying for a while as people try to sort out their own feelings. And I want to be here for people to be able to sort out their own feelings because I want that for myself as well. So, let people have their feelings and figure shit out. But also, it's gonna be different. And if it's not for you, it's okay. It's always okay if it's changed in a way or if you changed in a way. Um, but yeah, like that's fine. The music, this background music is really good for my little bit of like, hey, it's okay if it's not for you anymore. Like, what? Please be okay with being like, this is not a thing that is for me anymore. And I know that sucks, and you don't want it. You want it to be for you still, because you want to like the things you like while you're liking them, and to not be able to like them anymore sucks. And I fucking get that, my friends. I get that very much. But like sometimes it doesn't have to be for you anymore. But But yeah, like maybe Giant Bomb is going to be very different. Maybe Giant Bomb is going to be very small and very tight and close knit, and content won't be king. Or like, like they won't put out as much content. They'll put out some content and have fun doing it and have a good time. Uh, and it might not feel like the shows that you remember and the segments that you love. And then they might do some shit that you're just like, oh, that's the craziest choice they could have made. It's a bad turn phrase. I apologize for that. But yeah, they could make a choice that really surprises you and really takes you to a place you weren't expecting. And then suddenly you got yourself like a fucking, like, I expect there to be people who in 6 months say, Giant Bomb got good again. I'm so psyched about this Giant Bomb because there was a period I didn't like it. Because anytime anyone gets added, it's the death of Giant Bomb. And anytime anyone leaves, it's the death of Giant Bomb. And anytime anything changes, CBS and the GameSpot thing, Giant Bomb's dead forever. Having 2 Giant Bombs, dead forever. Having a morning show, killed the show. Having the numerous times that they've had content about Kingdom Hearts has killed the show. Having subscribers has killed everything. Changing how subscribers work has killed everything. Having the podcast on Tuesday be live destroyed the podcast. It's also never been better. This period, the 2020, Giant Bomb's never going to recover from that. Having the Beastcast be live. Oh, well, I don't like, it's not the same, and it's on Thursday, and that's not right. And there's been a dozen things that have ruined everyone's good time and every part of what was being done. Every single person that came in ruined the website. Patrick ruined everything by wanting to do news and suddenly doing an endurance run and being on the podcast ruined everything. Austin ruined everything for liberal and like perceived liberal and definitely just for like a lot of garbage reasons. Austin ruined everything. Dan ruined everything. Jason ruined everything. Drew leaving ruined everything. Vinny moving to the East Coast and not being there with Brad and Jeff on the Bombcast ruined everything. Alex and Patrick doing a morning thing ruined everything. Who's Jeff Bacalar? This ruins everything. Like, I mean, it's everything. It's been okay. Yes, Kessler ruined everything. The interns ruined everything. Kessler, Ben. But yes, Jeff Gerstmann is still a threat, and you're not wrong. But yeah, I mean, like, Cuddly, I think, like, yes, Austin brought, like, here's the thing. I was so fucking excited when Patrick came because I knew that Patrick was fucking Scoops. I knew about Scoops. I knew that Patrick was going to do news reporting, and that was going to be cool as shit. And he was also a fun dude and a good guy. And so I was psyched about that because I knew who he was. And then Austin, I knew of, and then I was like, oh, this is going to change a lot of shit. Also, at one point, Austin pitched me on what eventually became the Christmas Beastcast podcast, like months and months before that. And he was just like, hey, we're going to do like some kind of tabletop stuff. Are you in? And I was like, yes, 100%, please. Like, but also like, yeah, I knew him and I was excited to work with him. But yeah, I mean, Patrick ruined everything, apparently, and everybody ruined everything. So I was on the first couple to T. Unfortunately, there was one year where the good time they could record, I was unfortunately traveling, and so I couldn't do it. And then also that by that point they also had Dan had come in to do it later, and then eventually Abby was there, and there were just enough people they didn't need me. But yes, the very first like two and the extension of the second one because we ran out of time, I got to do those, which is still some of my favorite giant bomb bullshit I've ever done. But yeah, we ran out of tile, so we hit a game over. That game went almost an hour and change. The Fiasco, yes, we played Fiasco, which was very fun. But yeah, look, I'll say this. Once Dan Reichert realized you could just, like, if you have a... It took him a little while to realize it was because Austin is great at what Austin does. Oh my god, having Austin as a DM, or a GM, incredible. Once Dan realized that you could just make cool stuff happen, like, Dan is such a fun person to play, like, role-playing games with, because, like, first of all, he was playing something very rules light, which was great. And then also he was like, hey, here's the thing that you referenced for like a second, and now I'm obsessed with. And Austin is the kind of person that goes, hey, I didn't think that this was going to be a thing that was going to be important, but you love this, so yeah, sure, let's play with this. Because Austin is incredibly good at what he does. But yes, Snake Train, yes. They're fun. They're very fun. But like, it's this odd thing. All right, so we completed this. We finished this. I'm going to take a screenshot. Do Windows Shift S and froze, so I can do that. I'm just going to screenshot like that because it's easier. And we'll try again. And we're starting again. We didn't, you know, we had a good thing. We hit a pretty good score. And now we got a train. We're starting immediately with a choo-choo train. We'll put it up there. And then we've got, ooh, look at that body of water. I like that. I don't necessarily like having all of these at the same time, but now we got a train and we got some water. We'll put some grass there. We got to keep this going because of the train. So we'll put this like here. Just kind of build. Just I want some places to build out. I want some possibilities for things. All right, and we get our first houses here, so we can start putting together houses up in here. And good, we already got that, so we already got more tiles. So yeah, so Akito, it is a score base. There is a global leaderboard, so it is a score based thing, and I think that's fun because it's, look, I don't really care about the score. I don't care about getting things perfect and doing them exactly right, but it's fun for people that's important to. Like there is going to be a sandbox mode. There isn't one right now, but there will be a sandbox mode, and I think that's going to be important for some people to have also, of course. But yeah, right now it's just kind of open-ended in a way that I really like. We gotta get some trains here. We just got, this train can't even do anything. We gotta get some trains on this track. But we get some water here. How do we want to do this? Let's do that. And we got that, and then we got more tiles, and we can build out our water feature. Kind of like that, but not really. Let's do this. There, we just completed that. That was great. Also, hey, Spen, welcome. And then somebody renewed or something. It went up. So the number went up. So let me adjust this. And then our music. Unfortunately, the music does pause when you click away, which I don't love. I wish the music played in the background, but that's okay. It's not the biggest problem in the world. But I don't love that. All right, we'll do... we could do that to keep that going. We could build over here. Let's build that over here. Let's get some forest there. And we can do that. We can use all use those. We'll get there. The only fantasy booking we can get behind, Dr. Tracksuit fills in for Jeff while he is on maternity leave. Yes. We got to see if Dr. Tracksuit, we got to see if Dr. Tracksway is available to kind of fill in. We can book that part of the territory. We got no problem booking that part of the territory. If we do that, it doesn't work for one of them. One of these doesn't work, and I don't know why, but it doesn't. So because we keep Xing out when I do this, we don't want to do that. So we'll do that here instead, and we'll build a town out that way. Because for whatever reason, it wasn't going to let me use both of them. We'll connect those. We don't have anything with fields yet, but if we have anything with fields, we now have a bunch of them connected, which is good. Let's get some town together here. Yeah. Ooh. Maybe we don't want that. Put that there. Yeah, we'll just do that. Waterways. We can do this. This limits our train positioning here by doing something here, which I don't love. So I don't necessarily want to do that. And I think we're just going to do that with the body of water. I think that's good. Do you need a doctor on staff? I feel like Jan the Doctor would be a good podcast. That's a fun idea. Yeah. Look, I'm excited for the future in that it's people that I care about and I want to succeed. It's content. They make stuff that I like, and I want them to be there. Look, I would love it if all the people I really liked all did work together, so that I didn't have to, go out of my way, to find stuff that like Patrick. Finding out that Patrick, because he went to go work after he left Giant Bomb. I wasn't really paying attention to the work he was doing outside of it. I think I was paying attention a little bit to some of his streaming stuff, but I wasn't really paying attention to what he was working on outside of it. And then when Vice started up, I was really psyched about that because I was like, oh, those are people I like. When Vice Gaming happened, I was like, oh, these are people I like working together. Ooh, I think that looks neat. And I was like, great. Now they're together, and I can go and see what they're up to. That's very good for me. But yeah, I want good things for good people. They're all great people, and I would like great things to happen to them. Yeah, the T. I think that was. It's a strange thing because everything outside of writing seemed to be a fight, and I'm not going to conjecture on any of it, but it did feel like every single moment that those folks had was fighting to do more cool shit and when and where they could do cool shit, which just seems like such a waste for how the talent that was there. But anything technical was a fight, which is just a shame because that's such talent there at the time and continue to have talent. But yes, I was also very happy to be psyched. I was psyched to be with them and being able to help out with some of those streams because at the time I was in walking distance from their office, so it was so fun to be able to pop in and kind of help out and do some silly stuff with them. And I got to meet. It was great. I got to meet Victoria, aka Sailor B from Crunchyroll, because Danica, who was working at Vice when they did the first 72, came from Crunchyroll, and Victoria was there to kind of be there and hang out. And I was like, "Hi, we follow each other on Twitter. What's up?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, okay." That was just neat. It was one of those things where I was like, "Oh, this is just cool. I get to meet Sailor B." She's good people indeed. If we don't speculate, the only thing I find odd with Dan is after he left, he was on another podcast, said the reason he left, he didn't want to be on camera anymore. Now he Twitch streams most nights and recently his own video game podcast. Yeah. So, I'm not, like I said, I am not going to conjecture about Dan, but I could see Dan wanting to do a more... Look, the big job that Dan left for was to be a podcast producer and recorder. And obviously that job changed. And maybe it's going to change again. But suddenly a big part of Dan's job was be available on the road to make sure these people are getting to do their podcasts. And that, became a very difficult thing to do once the pandemic hit. And then, and now it was him figuring out a way to communicate with people and do stuff. And like I said, we're not going to make any conjectures on stuff, but it's totally possible that Dan was just like, I really don't want to do this anymore. And then found a version of it that he did want to do, which rolls. And good for him. And I hope we all get that. But yeah, I think like a lot of it, his job situation changed, and then suddenly he found himself in a different position. Ooh, I like that. We're really boxing. We've only had. Look at this. This is the only train tile we've had. We're really boxing in our train if I do this. So we're gonna do that instead. Because I need to. I need to leave. I need to get this completed. I need trains. Just need trains. Uh, the train situation is a real issue, right? Yes. Uh, yeah, I think like and we've seen what Dan does with his streams, and some of those things would probably found a home at Giant Bomb if he had thought of them at the time, and some of them definitely would not have. But yeah, he gets to do it. He gets to try stuff out and succeed in places and fail in other places and try really hard and have a good time doing it. Did we just box that out? No, I don't think we did. That would box that out. All right. I really need train tracks. This is becoming it. There's a train tracks. Great. Train tracks. We can't put those there because of the water. We need a very specific piece to go there. We can put that there. So that's great. Can't put that there because of the water, but we can put that here. So we did get some trains, and hopefully we can get a couple more train pieces to go in there. More training. Thank you very much, the T. But yeah, I mean, I got high hopes for everybody, and I hope they all end up in a good spot. And I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for folks, but I'm gonna stay positive about my friends and hope that things work out for them. And it's about all I can do right now. Be willing to talk to people if they want to talk to me, and people want me on a guest on a podcast, I'll be up for that. Is there a way to delete or replace a tile? Right now, no, Spen. You can't. I would love an undo button. Maybe you only get like 5 undos or something like that. I would love an undo button because sometimes you're just like, oh, this is like, ooh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, what did I do? And I would love to have that undo button, but that has not shown up so far. All right, so we got this. Ooh, that looks good. Look, let's do that. Like that. Ooh, a body of water. We can't put a body of water there. We could put a body of water here. That seems like a waste. We can't do that, but we can put a lake here. Yeah, we'll just put a lake there. That's good. Another train track. That's good. We're going to put a train track right there, hopefully. Trees. Do we need trees anywhere? We don't, so we'll just add some here. I want friends. I want friends to be happy. Yes, I do too. I want them to land in good positions. We can't put a train there because it doesn't. It has to be on a sharp angle to go into here. So we can't add a train to either of those. We get to start a new train tracks, I guess. That's a real shame. I guess we're just gonna put trains over here. We're gonna start some new trains. Yeah, let's just do that. That's fine. We gotta put that there. That's good. Put this. Can't put that there because it'll ruin things. We'll just put that there. All right. That'll work. So we'll put that there. More train tracks. Can't put those train tracks there. Can put them there though. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I'm not gonna pretend like it's not a weird time, and I'm not like, bummed. I'm certainly bummed. Like a lot of people I really like that won't be all working together. That's very strange. It is an end of an era. It is not necessarily the end, but it is an end of a time, and that is strange to think about. So Yeah, I don't begrudge anyone their feelings on this. I think it's like very strange what's happening, and it's a sudden thing. In some ways, maybe it's not doesn't feel as sudden to some people, but to others, it certainly does. It's a weird thing to, suddenly happen. Uh, we put that there. Let's put that there. I think that's going to open up a lot of possibilities. All right, this waterways. Can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. Could go here. Kind of like that. So we'll put that there. Town. Put that there. Train tracks. We can put the train tracks there. So that was perfect. So we can put a train thing here that's an end, because it's got to be an end. Or the waterway one can go there. But that's probably going to go here. So we can hopefully theoretically finish this train thing. It's going to be very hard to finish the other one because the way we set our things up. Yeah, so there's so sharks, there is a tile that is like it is a waterway that also lets trains go through. It's a very specific tile that I unlocked by playing. So that is a possibility we can do that. Yes, Zoidberg is it is a I mean, like, I think it's totally okay to be bummed out about what's happening. I think that's like totally reasonable. And to be worried about it, like, because it's stuff we like and made by people we like, and we'd like them to continue making cool shit, and it's gonna make it harder for them to make cool shit. But then they got other opportunities to make cool shit. So it's weird. It's a lot of weird stuff. And yeah, I just we always gotta be hopeful that things work out okay. But yeah, very strange. Very, very strange. I think tomorrow's going to be sad, and I'm not watching tomorrow live because I watched yesterday live, and that was a lot. So I made plans for tomorrow afternoon, so I will not watch it live. And I think that was a necessary step for my own well-being. Was to just be like, you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to watch that stream as a live stream. Because it just didn't feel like that was a smart move on my part to do that. So I was like, oh, I'll make the choice. Yesterday was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, Epic Old World. I might watch the Friday stream live. That also is gonna feel real weird and good. And like, it's weird to have like, obviously them leaving, like, they're on different coasts, but the fact that it's gonna be everybody kind of in their own place streaming is also an odd thing. At this point, we should be used to it, but I'm still not fully used to that. Like having these big goodbyes and not being able to do it in person. I really want more trains right now. This thing. We also need more challenges. Like right now, all my challenges are. I have a couple train challenges, and then I have a lot of town challenges. I need more like tree challenges. Not getting those. There's more water. There. Go put that there, and then we'll need a lake to finish this up, or another river thing. Hard river. There's some more towns. Oops. Oh, I X'd out that. I lose that. See, I went too fast. I wish I could have taken that back. I screwed that up. Really beefed it there. Put that there. But yeah, I hope people are doing okay. Like I said, I know that I want people to be able to feel their feelings and work through this stuff. It's a strange thing. It was fun to find out on my side of things, people talking about their favorite moments and stuff, people mentioning a few things I've done with them. That was very fun for very selfish reasons. But also finding out that Ms. Mox, who I know from Loading Ready Run community, is also, I didn't know, was a Giant Bomb community person. And Mox is the person that made all of the avatars in the Persona 4 style. So if you ever seen like Persona 4 incarnations of the Giant Bomb staff, that's Mox, and I didn't know that. And I was like, "Oh, that's so cool." I know Mox from doing the poster for Desert Bus and being in that part of the community, and then also being another person I know who's very into Blazeball, but like had no idea. Yeah, Xandra just did not know. Uh, um, Yeah, Professor Zoidberg. I mean, this is the end. Beastcast is a podcast that I regularly listen to. Hotspot was a thing that got added. I mean, I would try to watch that live because I don't really need a lot of podcasts in my life right now because I don't have a commute. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. It can be it's a strange thing to be like just looking for. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, it is a strange thing to just be like, oh, yep, things I like are ending. It's weird. It's just yeah, it's weird. It's all very weird, and I don't have a good answer for anything. We're gonna put that there. I think. Oh, so it's okay. So if we put this here, we lose out on houses. We're always gonna lose out on houses. We're never gonna get a river thing with houses. So we're putting that there, even though it does X that out, and I'm gonna be okay with that. I'm gonna try to finish all these up to give us more tiles, and then we also have trees over here that can give us a lot. We're hopefully gonna get more tiles that way. But yeah, okay. So that ends things. That doesn't end things. So we'll do that. Then we need to put houses there, really. But we only need like 2 houses, so we're good there. We're going to be good there. Train, can't put a train there. Going to put a train there. Forest. We'll put that there. Boom, now we got more tiles. We've got it. We got the archipelago. We got the thing we need. It's coming up. I don't think it's called an archipelago. Yeah, I don't believe they're going to be doing a hotspot. I believe hotspot will be... it's just I think the Friday shows is going to be extra long. But yeah, I don't believe there will be a hotspot. I believe that the Friday thing will just be a big Friday thing. That could change, but they haven't necessarily announced that. So, okay, so we want a lake to go right here. We don't have that, but we do have something very cool coming up in one turn. So I'm very excited about that. A piece that can go here and complete one of our trains. So this is the cool thing. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So this is the trains and also water. This is the one piece that will fit in this one spot here. And as I said, it does complete. We could also put it there, but I'd rather put it here and complete that train thing that way, and then maybe we can find another one, although I doubt we will, that goes there. There's another kind of piece. There's the end of a train track that could fit there. Nothing else but this will fit there. So we're putting that there. And now our train can finally move around, which is very good. Now our train gets some movement. And then we can't put that there. We'll put this here. Keep that going. Houses. We complete that, which is great. Now we get a bunch more tiles. Joke that Vinny was sticking around till the end of Kingdom Hearts. My assumption is, yeah, that they're going to film a bunch of that stuff. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't super listening that closely to that part of the conversation. All right, so we got if we can get these near some stuff, we can do that. And now we can put some field stuff around there and build that out. This is a new houses thing, which we can't do. We can't add on to any houses that are there. We don't have any room for that except there. So we can build off that. Here's a waterway. Can this go here? No, it can't. It can go there, but that doesn't give us enough water, so we don't want to put that there. There's a boat. We can put it there. That doesn't work either. This wants to be a new thing, I guess. Or can we put it here? No. Can we put it here? No. This wants to be its own new water source. There's a lot of Kingdom Hearts to get through. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched that series because I don't like Kingdom Hearts. So I haven't seen that series. All right, we got a new waterways starting. So, because it didn't want to connect to the other one. So, it would have been great right there if I could have done it, but didn't want to be. But yeah, I haven't watched any of the Kingdom Hearts stuff because it ain't my style. But I'm sure it's fun. Just not what I'm looking for. Woo woo, indeed, Sharks 2K. We got a train that moves around. We got to get some water here for our boat. All right, what do we want to do here? This. Can we connect that with this? Do that, ends it. We do that, it continues it. Great, so we'll do that. Trees. We can put trees here. We'll do that, so that way we connect that there. Add this water to that water. There we go. Now I gotta put a water there, or I can close this off, I guess. I think I want to close that off, yeah. Houses. We can put houses here, houses there. We're getting big. This is getting big, which is great. That's what we want. You don't like Kingdom Hearts? This is a revelation. So I played the first Kingdom Hearts game, and I did not have a good time with it. And then Kingdom Hearts kept getting weird, and I wasn't involved with how weird it got. So I just, like, didn't keep up with it. Like, I played, like, maybe, like, a minute of 2, but I was really not invested in 2, and then dropped off really quickly. And, yeah, it didn't do it for me. And I wanted it to, but it wasn't ever going to. And I don't begrudge people that like it, because like your stuff, I like a lot of stuff that other people are certainly not into. But, you know, I got my own bullshit, and I talk about it. I'm starting to, like, pull back on a few of those things that I really like that nobody else likes, but there's still plenty of them. And that's never going to end, I don't think. Me just liking what I like and making sure I get to keep doing it. All right, more houses there. Finish that. Heck yeah, we got more tiles to place. More train tracks coming up. We can build out this train track. We don't want to do that. We'll do that. And then we can... that's really going to limit that space, so we don't want to do that. That limits that space, kind of. Because train's got to go there, so that's going to be a weird spot. Really want to get something for there. I just don't think we ever will. And I want to get something for there, and then I got to put water there. All right, let's get more of those done. Put that there. Finish that off. Get some more tiles. We got some water coming up, which is good. There. Can't put that water there. So let's put it there so we can complete this. We got to get our boat, a place for our boat to go. Put that there. I guess we're eventually going to try to connect these two. Put that there. Put that there. That's good. Oh, that X's it out, so we don't want to do that. Connect those two. Free the boat. Yes, we got to. Low Reasons was a good explanation of Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. I don't think... Yeah, no. Brian's video is definitely not going to help me figure out Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I mean, it is great Unraveled, and I have watched that. I will say, Brian's Unraveled is my favorite Kingdom Hearts thing that's ever existed. because it fully, in an attempt to explain it, reveals its nonsense in a way that I really appreciate. That it is like it is it is a comedic. The premise is comedic in that it's like we're gonna figure this out, and it's just like more questions have been raised, and I really appreciate that. That's very good. Uh, Very enjoyable. All right, more grass, water. Yes, put water there so we can try to get this connected eventually. Just a just a tile, just some ground. We're gonna put some ground by some ground. We need more rock stuff around here, and so we can do tree stuff there. A river bend. Can't put that there for some reason. Not tight enough. Yeah, we completed. Now our boat can at least move around. Would you watch a proper Kingdom Hearts anime? Well, Lord Crashington, I'm not watching the World's End with You anime. The World Ends with You, and I played that video game. I didn't finish it, but I played that video game, and I'm not watching the anime based on it that's out right now. So I don't know if I would watch. And having a Japanese studio work with like a Disney property is interesting, and so I might watch the first episode of a Kingdom Hearts anime, but I can't necessarily tell you that that is definitely something I would do, but it is something I would think about, certainly. All right, we get more waterways here. That kills that waterway thing for some reason. That doesn't. So we'll do that. It's going to be very hard for us to connect these two. I don't think we're going to. We also should have probably put water there, but whatever. Great. More trees, more tiles. Oh, does this work? It does, but so we get an X out because nothing's going to fit there, but we get to finally... We need 2 for this to complete here, but this ends the track, so we're going to do it. Just because it ends it, and then we don't have that hole in the whole place, which I was really getting annoyed with, was that hole. Kingdom Hearts anime wouldn't have any of the Disney worlds. Yeah, probably not. But then you're just watching another Final Fantasy anime, and I watched a Final Fantasy anime. It's called Final Fantasy Unlimited, and you know what? It ain't that bad. Final Fantasy Unlimited was pretty okay anime. Good chocobo in that. Fine enough character work in that show. I don't think it holds up because I don't think it was great, but I do remember really liking it, so that does count for something in my book. Fields. Got to feel those fields. Put that there. We still need a lake to go here. Need to get a lake. And then this is going to be a very hard piece to... That might also need to be a lake, so that's going to be rough. Burning Gold, indeed. I watched Final Fantasy Legend of the Crystals. I do not understand it all because I did not play Final Fantasy V. Yes. Disney Plus needs some anime. Yeah, Lord Question, that could be kind of cool. You liked it. Yeah, I think Unlimited was kind of cool. I think like the bullets was like, I remember there being like magic bullets, and the train was fun, and the characters were kind of interesting. Yeah. I liked that show just fine. We're getting close to finishing these fields. Getting very close. Hey, here's a boat. Can we put that here? No. Can we put that here? No. Can we put that there? No. Can we put that here? Yes. Now we have 2 boats on this waterways. That's fun. All right, let's try to get this done. Can. We're getting there. We're on our way to getting these fields where we need them. There. So this piece just doesn't want to go anywhere, so we'll just put it somewhere. Trees. Let's connect these trees. Make even more trees to connect to. Hell yeah. Town. We don't really need town right now, but we can always add town to something. So town here. fun. Oh, an archipelago thing. I kept calling it archipelago. I don't believe that's the name of it. 2 boats, 1 river. Uh, yeah. Um, this might be able to go here, but we can definitely put it where the trains are. We'll see. Maybe we can even put it there. I don't know. But we got a thing that maybe we can put in one of our empty blanks here. So, in the meantime, let's add some forest. Let's add some forest. Okay, this will go there. It will go here. It will go here. Another river might work here. Nothing really works there except a lake, and we don't get lakes that often. So I think I'm going to put it here just because this has been a long time coming. So now we put that there, which is good. Because I think a regular water might work here, or an end of a thing might actually work there. And this, a water piece like a good bend will fit in there. So I think that's the best choice. Some towns. Where's some good towns? Do I need good town anywhere? I'll just put it there. Build out. Okay. That X's that out if I do that, so I don't want to do that. Fields. Is there another fields I can connect to? Can't put a fields thing there. Alright, we'll do that. We'll start building a new spot there. Or town. There we go. That's, oops, that, oh, damn it. This is not where this was supposed to be. I messed it up. Oh, that's really bad. That means the only way to end this is here. I really fucked that up. So this is never going to be completed. This field is never going to be completed because I twisted it as I was placing it. See, that's why I want an undo button. Like I said, limited. If you want to give me limited undos, give me limited undos. But that is that really feels bad. Feels bad, man. Let's see if we can get some waterways in. All right, there's another land piece thing. Put that there. Feels okay about that. Yeah, because that's never gonna be. Trains. That's definitely got to make that just a train piece, which I don't necessarily need that to be. That'll be fine. We'll just do that. People, places. Don't need that. Trees. There we go. Check that out. We were getting low on tiles, so we get a few more. Based on my bad memory, you have at least have a higher score this round. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's cool. I like to see higher scores. All right. We want to connect these pieces there. Keep that going. Water. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I like that. Let's that keep going. We eventually got to try to find one that fits this up, fits there, but it won't be these. It's fine. Fields. Good. Completed that. A few more tiles. Fields. Do that. Town. Kind of just whatever. Water. Ooh, short. Ooh, waterway to go here, folks. We found it. We found it. Boom. Connected that waterway. Completed that loop. Feeling pretty good about that. That one was such a tight one that I did that. Okay, towns, that's good. We only have 3 tiles left. Oh, the sharks want me to ring the bell. I'm going to do that. Is there a max how big the map can get if played perfectly? Swordberg, I don't have an answer to that. I can't tell you that there are often, there are some, like, in some games, there are, like, tiles that, like, are this color here. and they're farther out, and they're like, so you get a bonus if you reach them. So we are down to 3 tiles left, folks, which means that we either need to finish one of these, or finish this, or finish this, and if we do, we will get more tiles. So we are definitely towards the end of our game here, because it doesn't look like any of these are going to complete anything. I would have liked to complete this water, but so maybe I didn't need to do that. Maybe I should have put the water over here. I didn't. We might finish the trees, but I don't think we are. So let's do that. And now, yeah, I think this is going to be our last tile, because this isn't going to finish them. Oh, also Lord Crashington wants me to ring that bell. So we our biggest high score I've ever had has been 6,330. So unfortunately, we did not reach that again here. I am going to take another screenshot of this as in a second, but I got to do something with the other one first. So let me do that, and then we'll go here, and then I'm gonna Windows Shift S and do this. Just screen capturing, and then again, exit out of the game. And that is going to do it. We are going to raid, folks. We always end the streams with a raid, so don't you worry. We are going to go and raid some fine folks out there and hang out with some other people. So we will do that. Thanks so much for being here tonight. Thanks for talking with me about stuff in the world, because, you know, we need to talk about stuff. My next stream will be tomorrow night. As I said, we are going to go raid, so stick around. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, continuing to work on I have the car here, so I'll just show you the car. We're working on this, the upside down from Stranger Things. It's the whole house and then the upside down version of the house. It is a massive kit. We are finally getting into the upside down part of the house, which has been really fun. So that's tomorrow. You all have a great night. Thanks so much for being here. Jeff just went live. Oh, that's fun. Jeff Gersman is just chatting with a lot of people already there. But, you know, usually I raid smaller streamers, but fuck it. Let's just go raid Jeff, because we've been talking about Giant Bomb. So let's go raid Jeff. And that'll be a fun choice. I'm going to wait that because I am not subscribed to Jeff's channel. So I got to wait for this ad to end before we can see what Jeff's up to. But yeah, that's a great call, the T. We're going to go raid Jeff and see what happens. But thanks so much for being here. I'll be back again tomorrow, as I said, 9 p.m. Eastern, continuing to do a big old Lego set. And thanks for being here. I hope to have a great rest of your night. Let's go raid Jeff, and I'll see you in the future. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.